Hello everybody! Did you react here today? We're here to react to My Weird Childhood by Infamous Swoosh. I don't know what kind of crazy shenanigans we're gonna get into in this video, but yeah, without further ado, let's just hop right into this.
Are you styling your hair like Greg Heffley? No.
I remember Greg Heffley in the Wimpy Kid series. Haven't read it in a while though.
I don't think this is a surprise to anyone considering the last video. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. I'm the youngest kid in my family, and it's been said by the general public that the last kid in the family is the most spoiled. And they're probably right, but because of this undying love for my parents, it caused my childhood to be a lot weirder than my siblings. When I was a kid, I had the biggest obsession with Diary of a Wimpy Kid, more than any
I read the series for a little while, but I stopped after, I think it was the book was Wrecking Ball. I didn't really like that volume, so I dropped the series after that.
Forced my hair to do the Greg Heffley cowlick. Luckily, I grew out of it. At a family birthday party one year, I strutted around in full confidence with this fake cowlick, even though everyone around me in that Chuck E. Cheese knew I was a fraud. Even Chuck E. Cheese himself knew.
Oh Lord.
At least he's real. It even got to the time where my brother would start pointing it out to me and I would literally deny that it was fake. Look, champ, don't be jealous because I'm the only one that can bring honor to the family name. The Greg Heffley cowlick. Someone has to make mom and dad proud. I'm gonna shave your head.
What the heck?
From an early age,
oh man.
I already knew I was talented, but my earliest recognition of my natural talent was in kindergarten.
Oh really?
Must have been when you started drawing, because that's your job now. Nah, even better. I could cross my eyes and people thought it was funny.
Oh dang.
This is why you're single. So funny. I've never heard that one before.
Wow. Oh dang.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
I
wow.
think I'm seeing stars. Like from space? What? Apparently when you're 5 years old, the funniest thing on the planet is seeing your friend cross his eyes. As soon as I realized I gained this power, I did it all the time when I was in kindergarten.
Oh, wow.
Everyone thought I was hilarious. In fact, one day, me and all my classmates were eating chicken patties for lunch. And while we were eating, I looked at my friend Thomas as he was drinking his chocolate milk. I knew in that moment I had to unleash my ultimate weapon. I looked at him dead in the eyes, then crossed them. He thought it was so funny, he started laughing while eating, then threw up all over his face.
Oh!
I was shocked. I never knew I had this much power. What are you doing? Man, I lost it. Yeah,
oh, dang.
I remember one day I discovered how if I grabbed my neck and squeezed, my face could turn purple. I mean, I thought it was funny, but I got a note sent home and my mom didn't think so.
Oh, dang.
What are you talking about? This is hilarious. Hey, want to hear the scariest day of my life?
Sure.
Young lad, the Johnny Depp, Charlie and the Chocolate
Oh, that one. I heard that one was not very good. I didn't watch that one. I only watched the first one.
There is a horrible scene where
at least the original, I guess you could say.
Gum that hasn't been tested yet and turns into a giant blueberry. And when I was 6, this scene traumatized me.
I understand that.
I had a horrible fear that if my tongue turned blue, I would in fact also turn into a blueberry. One fateful day, I was at my church's camp with my lifelong friend James, and we were eating a bag of various candies. And one was a blue lollipop. I was hesitant, but I knew if I was very careful with this lollipop, my tongue wouldn't turn blue.
That's
obviously.
not how lollipops work, I'm pretty sure.
With James,
maybe it is, I don't know.
Blue. So far,
don't quote me on it.
But eventually, is my tongue blue yet? Dude. I ran to my parents' camper all the way down the road, screaming at the top of my lungs. I'm turning into a blue! Heads were turning. People were calling out my name to see if I could help, but I ran past them screaming and well, I was thinking that at any given moment I would explode into a fat blue freak and burst into my camper, screaming to my mother that I was a goner. That she might as well set up my obituary now because whoa, honey, that movie's fake.
Oh wow. It took him a second to learn.
So Johnny Depp isn't real either? No, he's real. Hello. Me out. Luckily, I got over my fear, and now I eat all the blueberry candies I want.
Nice.
Take that, Johnny Depp.
Oh, Lord.
Another thing I was obsessed with as a kid was the comic/book series Big Nate.
Oh, I read that series when I was a kid. It was really nice.
My brother's name is Nathan, and everyone in my life calls me Nate. So by association, I'm basically Big Nate.
Wow.
And I always will be. Marriage is what brings us together today. Marriage is a beautiful
marriage for dummies.
Take this woman to be your wife. Actually, that's Big Nate to you, buddy.
Wow.
Seriously? I was such a Big Nate fan as a kid that I would make my own books called Big Nathan. And my drawing style to this day is a little inspired by those old books.
Nice.
Then one day when I was 12, I stumbled upon the best idea I've ever had in my life.
What?
I was going to star in a Big Nate series on Disney Channel as Nate himself.
Wow.
Can you tell I was a kid when I came up with this idea?
Yeah.
I had it all planned out. I was going to send a letter to the creator of Big Nate, Lincoln Purse, and pitch him my idea. I was so confident I told James that he could play Nate's best friend Francis on the show. I'd like to point out that we lived in rural New York and have literally no experience with acting. Clearly, I didn't know how life worked. A few weeks later, I got a letter in the mail from none other than Lincoln Purse. I was freaking out. This was it, my big moment. I was going to be a huge Disney star. I was literally going to become Big Nate.
Probably not.
Dear Nathan, thanks so much for being a fan. Unfortunately, I have no plans to ever make a Big Nate show. But thanks so much.
That did happen eventually, but
I was
I didn't like it very much.
My dreams of ever becoming a huge Disney star. But then I became a YouTuber, so it all worked out.
Yay!
By the way, now
Now they're mentioning it.
So what's up, Lincoln? Forget about Little
it is not amazing. It's not the worst, but it's not amazing either, in my opinion.
Okay, last story.
Is all
this
right.
one's more recent, but I'm gonna consider this a child brain moment. When I was a chunky little pre-puberty 16-year-old boy, I got a $40 Party City Spider-Man. And I thought I was the coolest guy ever in the world. I was so confident, in fact, the day I put it on for the first time, I had the genius idea of walking to my local gas station.
Wow.
Wearing the costume. I put on the suit, sweatpants, my $20 Walmart shoes. I looked ridiculous. A chunky Spider-Man with sweatpants on and full confidence walking to a gas station. A few people drove by me and yelled, "Hey, Spider-Man!" And my confidence was boosted even more. For some reason. Then I walked to the gas station and, "Sir, take off the mask. Sir, but I'm Spider-Man.
What?
Sir, take it off now. Take it off!" So then I walked home. I can't believe that guy thought I was gonna rob that place.
Wow.
I mean, I was dressed as Spider-Man. If I was gonna rob it, I'd dress up like Brody Animates. Anyways,
wow.
I don't know.
Oh,
so
man.
Stories turn into giant blueberries, rob gas stations, and cross your eyes to everyone you see. And if
Oh,
they
dang.
don't compulsively puke all over you from laughter, they're the weird one.
Wow.
Not you.
Oh, jeez. That was a pretty fun video, and hearing the whole thing about Big Nate, in fact, actually, hang on, give me a second. So, yeah, I actually collected a few of these Big Nate books myself. Not just Big Nate as well, but this is some of my collection. I got this when I went to a beach boardwalk thing, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. It's been a while, I actually don't know when I got this thing, but it's like a big greatest hits from Big Nate, which was really nice. Can you see it? It's very beaten up because I've had it for years, but it is a book I cherish because it's honestly one of my favorite collection or compilations of Big Nate stories. And I also went to a bookstore and got my hands on this double volume, which has the first 2 volumes of the novel, which has, you know, it's like 7 or 8 volumes. I don't remember how many volumes exactly. Hang on. Okay, I've now learned it's 8 because this is the final volume of the series. And then we also got this other thing that Lincoln, I'm just going to say Lincoln Pierce because that's how I've always pronounced it. But Lincoln Pierce, I got this Max and the Midnights, which is also a very good read. I'd recommend it for people who like the Big Nate series. But basically, I also was quite connected to Big Nate when I was a kid. It was a series that, honestly, next to Wimpy Kid, it was one of my favorite series ever. Of course, these days I read a lot more different books, mainly light novels and manga, but the Big Nate series is still very close to my heart as it's a series I grew up with and I really enjoyed. So that was nice for someone to talk about. Though, as I mentioned, the TV show wasn't really my cup of tea. Maybe it's because it just didn't sit with me as much as the comics and novels did, but it was all right. Just not my thing, but yeah. So it was at least nice to hear somebody talk about Big Nate because as someone who really likes Big Nate, at least when they were a kid, I was very happy to see that. And yeah, overall, a very fun video, and that's all I gotta say. So thank you all for watching. If you're new to the JG Reaction channel, don't forget to subscribe. I also do reaction fans to the channel. And if you have anything you would like to see me react to, go ahead and put it in the comments down below. If I decide to check out the thing you recommend, I'll give you a shout at the beginning of the reaction to that recommendation. And if you want to see more, you can check out my gaming channel, JG Craft. We have a lot of gaming. It's a lot of fun there. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all around. Peace!